Yun, so let's officially start our day 2. Welcome dito sa ating day 2 ng 5-day Facebook Ads Challenge, and I'd like to welcome everyone. Si Sir Ivan, ano sabi? Okay na sir, na-add ko na yung page ko sa Business Manager. Well, congratulations Sir Ivan. Okay, so ganun lang po siya. Again, if wala kayong top level admin access, you won't be able to add your page doon sa Business Manager po ninyo. So, magkakaroon kayo ng problema, especially kung ginawa yung Facebook page ninyo ng ibang tao, they will end up parang sila yung magiging owner ng page unless otherwise bigyan kayo ng top level admin access kamukha niya. Okay? Alright, dapat may full access, yes. Kailangan po, Miss Cha. Okay? Now, in today's lesson, we're going to talk about the Facebook auction. Okay. Let me quickly share my screen. 1 second. Ayan. Sino nakakita ng ad na ito? Okay. Ayan. So, kita na yung screen ko? Malamang nakita nyo na tong ad na ito. Okay. So, si Joji. Alright. So, ano nga ba itong, anong tawag dito? Ano nga ba itong Facebook auction, or in layman's term, bidding, no? Usually kapag nagkikipag-bid ka, 'di ba? Pataasan ng bid or kung sino yung mauna um doon sa item na 'yon na may sold para sa iyo yung item na 'yon. So, same thing with Facebook, guys. Ganun din po nagwo-work yung Facebook auction or yung Facebook bidding na tinatawag. Ibig pong sabihin, you are 'di ba may daily budget ka? Yun yung binibigay mo kay Facebook na bid. Okay, sinasabi mo kay Facebook na, Facebook, ito yung budget ko, and hanapan mo ako ng users na mag-engage doon sa ads ko. And bawat campaign objective, may magkakaiba ang presyo niyan in terms of bid. Okay? So, nadi-divide yung campaign objective into 6 different campaign objectives. Now, isa-isahin natin tong different campaign objectives. Let's start with the awareness campaign. Ang binibili mo dito is lowest cost per 1,000 impressions. Okay? It's called CPM, or cost per 1,000 impressions. Doon, ito yung unang-unang metrics na binabayaran mo kay Facebook. Sa bawat 1,000 katao na nakakakita ng ads mo, yun yung basis ni Facebook para i-charge ka on how much is the cost per 1,000 impressions. And sa awareness stage, ang binabayaran mo dito, lowest cost, yung pinakamababang CPM. For some of you here na nagra-run na rin ng ads, or maybe na narinig ninyo yung word na CPM, you might interpret this acronym, or CPM stands for cost per message sometimes. Okay, wala namang mali doon, but when you ask me or kung nag-message ka sa akin tapos you are asking something, and you're telling me the CPM, you have to be very specific. Ano ba yung CPM na sinasabi mo? Is it cost per 1,000 impressions or cost per message? Kasi magkaiba po yun. Baka ma-misinterpret ko na yung CPM na sinasabi mo is cost per 1,000 impressions. So again, pag awareness campaign ang niraran mo, pinakamababang CPM ang ibibigay sa ni Facebook. Kaya makikita mo dito, more eyeballs that probably makikita yung ads mo at the lowest cost. Kaya maraming impressions ang makukuha mo dito at a very lowest cost. Okay? When you select for traffic, you are telling Facebook to find more people who are likely to click your link papunta doon sa website mo. Okay? Traffic link clicks, especially if meron kang landing page or meron kang website, ito yung binibid mo, lowest cost per click or lowest cost per landing page views. Kaya makikita mo dito, meron dito mga kamay or yes, mga kamay na nagki-click, and then mangilan-ilan meron din yung bibili rin. Okay, may eyeballs pa rin dyan, ibig sabihin, yung number of impressions nandoon pa rin, visible pa rin. Pero ito yung binabayaran mo is lowest cost per click. Okay? Same thing with engagement. You are telling Facebook to find more people who are likely to engage with your page, including messages, likes, comments, and shares, and video views. So, ang binabayaran mo naman dito, lowest cost CPM plus people who are likely to engage with your page. Kaya mapapansin mo, kapag nag-optimize ka ng engagement campaign, ang daming nag-i-engage, ang daming nagme-message, ang daming nagko-comment, ang daming nagla-like, how interested, how much. Okay? Because you are telling Facebook to find people na madalas mag-engage sa mga ads. Kasi alam po ni Facebook, bawat isa sa atin, meron po tayong presyo sa ulo natin. Alam ni Facebook kung sino yung nasa awareness na stage. Alam ni Facebook kung sino yung mga hindi naman nagte-take action, pero pwedeng ipakita yung ads mo. Okay? So, imaginein mo kung meron kang 10 million na audience size, most likely, 7 million goes here sa taas. Okay? Because not everyone doon sa 10 million na audience size mo, bibili sa'yo. Okay? So, again, sa engagement, kung nagbo-boost post po kayo, si Sir Ivan, di ba, meron siyang, anong tawag dito? Nung ginawa natin siya ng business manager kahapon, anong tawag dito? Wala pa siyang business manager. Nagra-run siya ng ads, most probably sa kanyang personal ad account. Wala pa siyang business manager. Ang default po ng Sir Ivan is engagement. No, ang default po nung inyong boost post. Kapag nag-boost po kayo ng post, default po niya is engagement, and you will attract people who are likely to engage with your page. Well, may masama ba doon? Wala namang masama doon. But, you know, may mga ilang bibili din sa'yo doon. Okay? But if you tell Facebook specifically for leads, okay, ang tawag naman doon, optimized CPM. Kasi dito sa taas, CPM, okay, you're buying a lowest cost CPM. But dito naman sa baba, leads, you are buying an optimized CPM. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, you want a specific action for those, for your target audience to take action, which is to become a lead. You want them to leave their contact info like their emails and mobile number. Bakit? Kasi, especially if you are selling a high-ticket product, okay, nagkakahalaga ng 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, 5 million, hindi ka naman agad-agad mabibilhan on the spot. Kaya kailangan mo yung contact information nila. That's the reason why you want to collect those information in order for you to nurture these leads to become a paying customer. Okay, makes sense? So, you're optimizing for a website leads for them to fill out the form. Makikita nyo yan. Let's say, for example, join the free webinar. Diba meron kayong pinifill upan doon na pangalan nyo, yung last name po ninyo, and then most of the time, email address ang hinihingi po sa inyo. And parang one of the pre-qualifying question doon is your contact number. Okay? So, mas maganda makukuha mo yung contact number kasi, especially if high-ticket product yon, you have to either contact them sa kanilang mobile number, tawagan mo or i-text mo or via email. Dito po kasi sa atin sa Pilipinas, ma-chat po kasi tayo dito tsaka ma-text. Okay? Sa ibang bansa po kasi, nagwo-work doon, mas malakas ang email marketing doon as compared sa Philippines. Pero it doesn't mean na yung email marketing dito sa Pilipinas ay hindi nagwo-work. Okay? For some reason, nakatanggap kayo ng email sa akin. Ibig sabihin nun, maganda rin yung open rate sa Pilipinas. Pero again, much better kung makukuha mo yung email address tsaka yung mobile number nila para mag-establish ka ng relationship bago sila bumili sa iyo, especially kung mataas or high ticket products ang binebenta mo. Okay? That's the lead campaign. Now, app promotion, we're not gonna be talking about this because wala naman tayong app na pinopromote unless otherwise meron kang you're a SaaS company or software as a service, kakailanganin mo tong app promotion. But in this lesson, we're not gonna discuss the app promotion. So diretso na po tayo sa sales. Sa sales, optimized CPM pa rin siya. Ibig sabihin, you are telling Facebook to find people who are likely to make a purchase. And that's the reason why makikita mo dito may mga dollar sign, nandoon sila sa bottom. Okay? So kung 10 million yung audience size, most likely mga 7 million yung nasa taas, tapos mga 2 million to, tapos sa baba nito, around 700,000, tapos ito mga 100,000 itong nasa baba. Okay, ano napansin niyo doon sa baba? Sinong may eagle eye? Ano yung napansin niyo nasa baba?
Madaming
As
dollar
compared doon
sign.
sa nasa taas.
Maraming sales.
Maraming
Mga website.
sales, more money, madaming pera.
Walang
Aside from
mata.
that, yes, walang mata pero dahil nag-compress na siya masyado, hindi na nalalagyan ng mata. But clicks and sales, okay, Sir Jason. What if restaurant sales yung objective? Pwede naman, Miss Chimebell. Especially kung meron kang binibentang parang tripwire offer. Let's say, get this meal for only 99 pesos. Then you can be able to optimize for sales objective. Okay, especially if meron kang website. Okay, kung wala ka namang website, then try to optimize for messaging campaign. But ituturo ko sa inyo, Miss Bell, tomorrow on how you can be, day 4 pala, how you can be able to create a conversion even if without a website. Okay? Aside from doon sa nakikita nyong nasa baba, okay, ano pang napansin ninyo?
Marami rin
Ayun,
pong clicks.
ano pa?
Maraming click icon.
Okay. I think, yes, that's a good one as well. But I think yung natumbok nito ni natumbok ni Miss Janet Pangatungan, smaller share of the con because it's already the conversion. So medyo, or hindi medyo, I'm not sure if tama naman si Miss Jane Miranda, more sale. But kung mapapansin ninyo, hindi na siya ganoon karami in terms of numbers. So imagine niyo, kung 10 million yung audience size ninyo, 7 million goes to brand awareness. Again, kung brand awareness, kung hindi ka naman large corporations, katulad ng mga Coca-Cola o mga Inasal, maraming budget yan sa advertising or advertisement. So, wag kang magba-brand awareness kasi you want to get the most out of your budget right away. When you run an ad, you want a revenue the following day, agad-agad. Okay? And as far as you can see it, doon sa bottom, hindi na siya ganoon karami. Although marami siya doon, nagkukumpol-kumpol, pero hindi siya ganoon karami in terms of numbers. Halimbawa, ang audience size mo is 10 million. Tapos yung 10 million na yon is, let's say, people who are interested in travel or in vacation. Sa 10 million na yun, hindi naman bibili sa'yo lahat yun eh. Most likely, mga probability doon, mga 300K lang yung numbers niya. Let's assume na this is 300K yung nasa bottom. So, kaya yung leads in sales, mahal po ang CPM niyan. Automatically, pag kinompare mo ang CPM ng traffic, engagement, tsaka awareness, mataas ang CPM ng leads at saka conversions. Bakit? Kasi nga, hindi na sila ganun karami and most advertisers are putting their bid or parang kumbaga sa nandoon lahat ng taya dito sa bottom. So maraming advertisers ang tumataya doon sa bottom which is nagko-compete kayo pare-pareho doon even if anong tawag dito? Madami sila. Okay? So ganun po nagwo-work ang Facebook auction. Ngayon, pagdating mo dito sa next slide, ibaba ko lang ito. Okay? So imaginein mo ikaw si advertiser A, okay? And then ang competitor mo si advertiser B and advertiser C. Okay? When you run an ad and you are basically spending a very small amount, let's say 100 pesos per day, 300 pesos per day, whatever. The initial audience na ibibigay sa ni Facebook is the low hanging fruit na tinatawag. O kaya yung tinatawag na tier 1. Ibig sabihin, ito yung lowest cost per conversion na ibibigay sa ni Facebook. Okay, ang gusto kasi mangyari ni Facebook, magkaroon ka ng initial results at a lowest cost. So ibig sabihin nun, ibibigay sa ni Facebook yung low hanging fruit, yung nasa pinaka mababang cost para magkaroon ka ng resulta. So imaginein mo if you have an apple tree, apple tree. Tapos itong apple tree na to, ang lowest cost itong mga nasa laylayan na to, yung kayang abutin ng budget no as 100 peso budget. Okay, the more na nag-i-increase ka ng budget, yung bid mo rin is tumataas hanggang dito, nagiging mahal na rin siya. Ibig sabihin, the more na nagko-compete ka into a much higher budget, mas mataas na rin ang bid ng bawat advertiser doon. So imaginein mo if you are in this scenario, kung dati ang cost per result mo is 10 pesos, okay? And then makikita mo dito may mangilan-ilan, may $3 sign dito, magko-convert sa'yo. Sooner or later, masasaturate mo yan sa 100 peso budget mo. Pag nasaturate mo yan sa 100 peso budget mo, darating yung point na sasabihin ni Facebook, Sir Joji, wala na akong maibigay sa'yo na conversions. Okay? Hanggang dito na lang yung conversions kung kaya ibigay. Kaya makikita mo sooner or later yung ad set mo, lalabas doon, learning limited. Okay? Magkukulay orange na yung ad set mo at sasabihin ni Facebook doon, learning limited. Bakit siya nagle-learning limited? Kasi yung budget na 100 pesos mo, na-saturate niya, na umikot na yung 100 pesos mo doon sa estimated number of audience size doon sa auction. And Facebook can no longer give you conversions. That's the reason why Facebook is telling you that this ad set is learning limited. Okay? Ang gusto kasi ni Facebook na mangyari in the next 7 days, magkaroon ka ng at least 50 conversions in order for the algorithm to exit the learning phase. Okay? And it's impossible for your ad or for your campaign to exit the learning phase if your budget is too low, which is let's say 100 pesos nga. Okay? Ngayon, ang mangyayari nun, ang gusto ni Facebook, i-increase mo yung budget mo into a much higher tier. Okay? But the problem is, when you increase the budget into a much higher tier, ang cost per result din doon ay mas magmamahal din. Okay? Pag umakyat ka dito sa tier na to, okay, tier 3 halimbawa, sasabihin naman ni advertiser B, ako din, mag-i-increase din ako. So although dumadami na rin yung sales na makukuha mo dyan, pero maraming na rin kayo nagko-compete sa second tier or third tier ni Facebook auction. That's the reason why from 10 pesos mag-i-increase yan. Normal na mag-i-increase ang cost mo. From 10 pesos, nag-i-increase na yan ng 20 or 30 and pataas ng pataas. So this is just a parang representation sa loob ng auction. It doesn't necessarily mean na ito talaga yung magiging cost mo sa loob ng ads manager mo. Probably more than pa dito or mas mababa, depende doon sa results ng inyong campaigns. So then technically, pag pumunta dun sa taas, tatlo na kayo doon, naglalabo-labo, madaming ang sales o madaming ang magko-convert, pero tingnan mo naman yung cost, tumataas din kasi nasa mas mataas na nandito na sa bandang taas yung binibid mo imaginein mo ang number of audience hindi naman gano'n karami. So nag-aagaw-agaw kayo dito, and then ang potential na mangyari nun is pagandahan ng ads yun, or pagalingan kung paano nyo makakapture yung audience nyo in terms of conversions. Okay? So, bibigyan ko kayo ng, mamaya na kayo magtanong guys mamaya ko sasagutin yung mga tanong ninyo. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng scenario. For example, let's say, mag-drawing tayo dito. Ay, dapat bilog. Dapat square. Okay. So, dapat bilog. Ito. Kuha tayo ng scenario dito. So, let's say, for example, si Miss Angela. Okay, si Miss Angela to. Itong nasa taas. Okay, and Miss Angela happens to be enthusiast sa gymnastics. Kay Carlos Yulo, no? So, gymnastics ang ano niya, ang paborito niyang panoorin ng mga video. Okay? So, yan yung interest ni Miss Angela. Ngayon, si Sir Anthony naman, okay? Si Sir Anthony, sabi niya, siya si advertiser A. Sir Anthony. Okay, sabi ni Sir Anthony, Facebook targetin mo nga si Angela na mahilig sa manood ng mga gymnastics video. Okay? Then, meron ding competitor si Sir Anthony, si advertiser B, which is, pangalanan natin si Sir Ariel Terones. Yan. Si Sir Ariel yung advertiser B. Sabi naman ni Sir Ariel, Facebook targetin mo din si Miss Angela na mahilig sa gymnastics. Okay, so nagko-compete na silang dalawa. Ngayon, let's assume na 12 midnight yung nilaunch yung parehong ads nila. Okay, laki natin ng konti. 12 midnight nila nilaunch pareho, sabay. Lakihan natin ito. Ayan. So, sabay nilang nilaunch yung ads nila, and then sabi ni Sir Anthony, Facebook willing ako mag-bid ng 500 pesos sa ads ko daily budget. Sabi naman ni Sir Ariel, ako din Facebook, willing din ako mag-bid ng 500 pesos daily budget. Now, ang mangyayari po noon is, pag nag-run yung ads nila both sabay, syempre automatically magkakaroon ng reach and impressions po yun. Okay? Pag nagkaroon ng reach and impressions yun, gigradean po ni Facebook yan sa kung sinong ad ang mas relevant or mas engaging doon sa target audience na tina-target po ninyo. 3 lang ang grading system na binibigay ni Facebook. Below average, above average, below average, average, tsaka above average. Ito yung grading system na binibigay sa inyo ni Facebook sa ads po ninyo. Okay? Para ma-identify kung kaninong ad ang isi-serve kay Miss Angela. Okay? Ngayon, ang unang i-charge po ni Facebook sa inyo yan is CPM. Okay? So, lagyan natin yung 500 dito para hindi kayo malito. So, ang unang i-charge sa inyo ni Facebook is CPM. Let's say si Sir Anthony na-charge ni Facebook ng 250 pesos na CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. Ngayon, si Sir Ariel naman, na-charge ng 250 pesos CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. Now, dahil yung ads ni Sir Anthony puro below average, ibig sabihin, hindi quality yung ads niya, hindi engaging, walang nagko-convert. So, very poor yung ads ni Sir Anthony. Then definitely ang mangyayari po noon, yung ads ni yung CPM ni Sir Anthony, magkakaroon po ng mas mataas na cost per 1,000 impressions. Yung dating 250, magiging 500 pesos yan. Tataas ng tataas yung magiging cost per 1,000 impressions, magiging 700 pesos. Ibig sabihin po nun, the moment na tumaas ang cost per 1,000 impressions mo, dahil na-outbid ka ng competitor mo, bababa ang number of impressions mo. Okay? Pag bumaba ang number of impressions mo, tataas ang cost per 1,000 impressions at ano na po yan, dugtong-dugtong na yan, may domino effect na po yan. Pag tumaas ang CPM mo, most likely tataas din ang cost per message mo, tataas din ang cost per click mo, tataas din ang cost per video through plays mo or yung 15-second video plays. Ang mangyayari po noon, dahil pangit yung ads na pinapakita mo, ang mangyayari sa'yo ay pinipenalize ka ni Facebook. Okay, and the way Facebook is penalizing your content or your ad is by giving you high cost per 1,000 impressions. Ibig sabihin, mas binibigyan ng pabor yung competitor mo na maipakita yung ads sa target audience nila, kamukha ni Miss Angela. Okay? Imagine niyo na penalty kayo, tumataas ang cost ninyo, and then ang mangyayari ng pag tumaas ang cost ninyo, walang nagme-message, walang nag-i-inquire, anong mangyayari? Papatayin ninyo yung campaigns ninyo kasi nga sasabihin niyo, coach, wala pong nagme-message sa akin, wala pong bumibili. Okay? Ngayon naman, on the other hand, because si Sir Ariel, maganda yung ads niya, ang mangyayari po noon, bababa ang cost per 1,000 impressions. Yung dating 250 na binabayaran ni Sir Ariel, bababa yan into 200 pesos. Okay, and then magiging 100 pesos. Kung meron kang 100 pesos pababa na CPM, okay yun. Magandang CPM yun, especially if you are running a conversion campaign. Ngayon, dahil mababa ang cost per 1,000 impressions ni Sir Ariel, ang mangyayari po nun, magkakaroon siya ng mas mataas na number of impressions. Kapag mataas ang number of impressions ni Sir Ariel, ano mangyayari? Maraming magkiklik, maraming manunod ng video, maraming mag-i-engage, and ultimately, kapag marami yung mga metrics na yon, marami din na mag-i-inquire, and most likely, marami din ang mag-convert doon sa ads ni Sir Ariel. Because ang kanyang anong tawag dito, ang kanyang ads ay probability na nasa above average or average. Now, paano nyo makikita kung below average or above average or average ang inyong ads na pinapakita ninyo kay Facebook? So I'll pull out an account here sa one of my clients para makita po ninyo. One second. Yan natin. Ito siya. So, share ko yung screen ko ulit. Ito. So, makikita mo to dito sa column ng tatlo na to. Quality ranking, engagement rate ranking, saka conversion rate ranking. So, makikita mo dito, ang sinasabi ni Facebook, itong video na to ay below average. Ibig sabihin, bottom 35% of ads, ang quality ng video na to ay below average. Pero makikita mo dito, dahil maraming engagement, okay, maganda yung engagement nitong ads na ito or ng ad na ito, nasa above average siya. So, I don't mind if below average to, pero kung nasa above average naman yung dalawang metrics na tinitingnan ko, ibig sabihin, I'm in the right track. Okay, kasi puro above average yun nandito. Especially yung conversion rate ranking, ibig sabihin, maraming nagko-convert dito, marami din nag-i-engage. Even if below average yung quality ng ad ko, that's okay. Pero kung makikita mo, kung puro siya below average, then something is wrong. Okay? Ang binabayaran nyo kay Facebook, itong CPM, itong cost per 1,000 impressions, yan po yung unang binabayaran nyo kay Facebook. Pag-uusapan po natin yan on day 4. Okay, yung day 4 and day 5, pag-i-assign po natin yun on Thursday kasi hindi ako available ng Friday. So, di-discuss natin yung metrics on Thursday. Dire-diretso po yun. Most likely, baka abutin tayo ng 2 hours doon. Okay? But pahatiin ko lang yung video na yon para meron tayong day 4 and day 5. So, ayan, ganun po nangyayari yung Facebook auction. Ibig sabihin po, mapapansin nyo yan. Sino ba yung nakapansin sa inyo dito? The moment na nag-enroll kayo sa akin dito, or nanood kayo ng videos about Facebook ads, the moment before kayo nag-enroll sa akin, or after niyo mag-enroll sa akin, nakita nyo rin yung ads ng competitor ko. Di ba? For sure, merong mga ads na nag-o-offer din ng Facebook ads training katulad nito. The moment na nag-enroll kayo sa akin, binigyan din kayo ni Facebook ng similar advertisers na nag-o-offer ng services katulad ko. That's my
Tama po, tama.
'Di ba? That's my competitor. Now, if you are someone who is running into a restaurant business and Facebook was able to tag you as a resto business, hindi lang ikaw ang nagrara ng ads. There are a lot of competitors in the market who are also running Facebook ads, and you have to be able to compete with them in a sense wherein your ad should stand out in front of your target audience. Now, if your ads is basura, you are likely to get basurang leads. Okay? So don't over think na bakit ganun, coach? Puro basura yung pumapasok sa akin. The quick answer is you are attracting basurang leads because you are probably showing a basurang ad. And that's the reality of it. Masaktan na kayo kung masaktan, but that's the reality of advertising kay Facebook. Okay? Inom lang akong tubig. Now, here's the sad part. Nag-run ka ng ad tapos puro basura yung inquiries mo. And then pinabayaan mo na puro basura yung pumapasok. Facebook will think that this is exactly your target audience because okay ka eh. Okay sa'yo na pumapasok yung mga ganong basura. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung data points ng previous people na nag-engage sa ads mo, okay, yung data points nun, i-match yun ni Facebook doon sa similar behavior ng mga tao sa loob ng auction or sa loob ng Facebook auction. And then, your ad will be feed to these people na may similar interactions with the previous users na nag-engage doon sa ads ninyo. And feel kumbaga sa ni Facebook, feeling niya Facebook, I'm doing a good job because there are a lot of people who are actually engaging or messaging, and I will try to feed your ads to these people who are similar na nag-engage dun sa page mo. And when you notice, puro na siya garbage. It's because pinabayaan mong yung data points nung pumapasok sa iyo is ganun. Hindi naman kasi alam ni Facebook na basura yung pumapasok sa iyo eh. No? Not unless bigyan mo si Facebook ng data points na Facebook puro to basura. Okay, tuturo ko sa inyo on day 4 kung paano mo ituro kay Facebook na bigyan ka ng mas quality na audience. Okay? Gagawa natin ng tracking or ng i-feed mo yung data kay Facebook na ito yung kailangan kong audience. But the problem is, it doesn't necessarily mean na binigyan mo nga si Facebook ng data na ito yung mga gusto kong audience, kumbaga magmimilagro na si Facebook na magkakaroon ka ng magandang resulta. It's just one part of the equation. Okay? But yun nga, pinifeed mo naman kay Facebook pero still wala kang ginagawa doon sa ads mo na ma-improve yung ads mo, walang mangyayari. Kumbaga, binigyan mo lang siya ng tapal solution. Okay, doon sa ads mo. Okay? Ngayon, ano ba yung sinasabi ko na madali mong masaturate in terms of your budget? Kasi imaginein mo kapag pumunta ka doon sa create campaign, halimbawa pumunta ka sa leads, okay, continue, manual leads campaign, pumunta ka ng ad set level, let's say messenger campaign, di ba? Tapos budgetan natin ng 100 pesos. No? So patok na patok si Carlos Yulo ngayon. So try natin kung merong gymnastics dito na interest. So detailed targeting, pupunta tayo dito sa edit. Tapos type natin dito gymnastics. Ayan o, gymnastics sport. Yan. So according to Facebook, ang estimated audience size niya is at least 51 million to 60 million ang people who are interested in, tanggalin natin tong advantage detailed targeting. Okay, bababa siya ng 3.5 million. Kasi pagka naka-advantage detailed targeting ito, tataas talaga yon automatically. Kasi Facebook will find people outside your interest targeting option. Kaya pag kinilik mo tong advantage detailed targeting, makikita mo na mag-shoot up yan, magiging 51 to 60 million. Kaya lagi akong, pag nagte-test ako ng campaign, lagi kong ina-uncheck to. Kasi I want only Facebook to target the interest that I want for Facebook to optimize. Okay? So sabi ni Facebook sa gymnastics na interest targeting, there's an estimated audience size na 3.5 to 4.1 million people. Now, based on my budget which is 100 pesos, ang estimated na daily results ng reach noon out of 3.5 million, it's only about 1.7 to 4.9 reach. And the estimated leads na makokolect ko lang on a daily basis is between 4 to 13 leads per day. Okay? Now, imaginein mo if nag-increase ka ng budget to, let's say, 1,000 pesos per day, then definitely the estimated daily results ng iyong ads ay magiging 17,000 to 49,000 estimated daily reach or reach. Tapos, obviously, mag-i-increase din po yung number of leads na makokolekta nyo from 45 to 129 approximately. So, ganun po siya. Ibig sabihin po, if you are spending a 100 peso budget, kapag nag-learning limited na yon, ibig sabihin, sinasabi sa ni Facebook na, hey, Sir Ariel, umikot na yung budget ko dito sa number of reach na to, na nakatao na tinamaan ng ads mo, and I can no longer give you the conversions that you need. Because it has to exit this ad set, it has to exit sa learning phase in the 7-day period. Okay, ibig sabihin at least maka 50 conversions ka within the 7-day mark. Outside, before this ad set, exit the learning phase. Kaya po siya makikita nyo learning limited na. Okay? And the only way to combat the learning limited na anong tawag dito? Na notification, you have to add more ads within the same ad set. So, halimbawa, ito yung ad set mo. Pagpunta mo dito sa ad level, kung isang ad lang yun nandito, you have to launch a new ad. Make sense? Okay? So, ganun po nagwo-work ang Facebook auction. Okay? Here's the thing. Tatlo lang ang babantayan nyo kapag nagme-messaging campaign kayo. Tatlong metrics lang. Number of messages, quality of messages, and cost per message. Tatlo lang. Okay? You have to run your ad campaign for at least a month for you to be able to have enough data to analyze how many of those people message you sa page. Okay? Quality ba yung people or quality ba yung users na nagme-message sa inyo sa page? And then pangatlo, how much is it costing you per message? So that's gonna be the cost per message. Okay? Now, pag na-identify mo na to sa first month mo, then you have at least a ballpark figure, how much are you willing to bid sa second month. Okay, tuturo ko po sa inyo yan on the fourth day, fourth and fifth day, paano nyo kukumputin yung mga bagay-bagay in terms of anong tawag dito, your budget. Now, ano ang ideal na audience size? Ang ideal audience size, according to Facebook itself, it's between 2 million to 10 million at least ang audience size na iraran mo na ads. Now, if you are someone or if you're a business owner, tapos ang meron ka lang specific geo-targeting, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, if you are a resto owner and you want to specifically target the specific location, halimbawa, Cavite, within the 25-mile radius lang. So, ayaw mo nang palabasin doon kasi baka mamaya hindi ka naman mapuntahan na dahil sobrang outside the perimeter na yung ano, yung location. Pwede mong gawin yon kahit less than 2 million. Okay, kasi very specific yung ano mo. Pero kung all over the Philippines yung target mo, at least 2 to 10 million ang estimated na audience size. Yun yung ideal. Okay? So, that's for the Facebook auction, and then I'm gonna be answering questions dito sa ating group chat. Umpisahan ko dito sa taas. Hindi madami pera. Ito, nasagot ko na ito kay Chime. Anong campaign po ba best for selling beauty products? Sir Joey Pascual, optimize for sales. Okay? Especially kung magkano lang naman yan, 500 pesos, 1,000 peso product, optimize for sales agad. Okay, you don't have to run an awareness campaign because that's a waste of money. What if resort ang minamarket mismo, Rinjoy? You have to optimize for leads, so lead generation campaign. Para at least kung hindi man sila bumili agad-agad, ma-follow up ninyo yung leads na yon dahil nakuha niyo yung contact number tsaka nakuha niyo yung email address, then you can nurture these leads to a paying customer. Mahaba po ang customer journey niyan, maraming touch points po ang kailangan po diyan before ninyo mapupunta sa resort na minamarket po ninyo. Not unless if you have a very good offer. Let's say mag-offer kayo ng anong tawag dito? Vacation package for one family or family of 10, no? Free kayak, halimbawa, free speedboat, yung mga ganun ba? Yung tipong meron kang no-brainer offer na ibibigay sa kanila. So, kung resort again, hindi agad yung bibili sa inyo, dapat makuha nyo muna yung kanilang contact information, yung mobile or email. Okay? So, hot spring pala. Okay, so hot spring, ibig sabihin, you have to be very creative on creating an offer. Ano yung pwede mong i-offer sa hot spring ninyo na no-brainer, let's say, for 99 pesos, pwede ka na maligo sa hot spring. No-brainer yon. It's a very good offer. But you have to make it to the point na hindi ka naman lugi, at least you break even. Why? Because you need to break even in order for you to be able to at least what? Bring new customers sa place po ninyo. Bakit? Kapag mayroon ka nahatak na bagong customer sa business po ninyo, even if nasa break-even point ka, pagdating doon sa anong tawag dito, doon sa location ninyo, doon sa hot spring po ninyo, that's when you do the upsell. Okay? Ma'am, sir, baka gusto niyo po mag-spa. Meron po kaming spa dito. Ma'am, sir, meron po kami ditong trekking or mountain trekking. Okay? Or, ma'am, sir, meron po kami ditong dinner in parang with hot air balloon. Mga ganun ba? So, kailangan mong, ang objective lang ng Facebook ad campaigns mo is mapapunta mo yung users doon sa location ninyo, kahit mag-break even ka lang doon sa offer ninyo, and then once they're inside the facility, then that's where you do the upsell. Okay? Para mabawi mo yung in-ads mo. Okay? Next is if for customization for UPVC and aluminum doors and windows po, which company? Leads po, Miss Gabriel Joseph. UPVC. Kasi kailangan mo yung contact info, and then kailangan tawagan mo. Make sure na yung leads na na-capture mo is quality. Di ba tatlo lang yung requirements ko? Number of leads, quality of leads, cost per lead. Okay, so lead generation campaign. Hindi po ba tumataas ang CPM because FB is treating it as a high ticket ad? Hindi po. Christian Gonzalez, hindi ba tumataas ang CPM because FB is treating it as a high ticket ad? Yes, especially if you are in the very specific market. For example, you are selling a speedboat. Alam mo 'yon? So you're probably targeting people who have a very high potential, kumbaga sa buong Pilipinas, regardless kung 2 to 10 million man yung audience size mo, walang bibili sa ng speedboat dun sa 2 to 10 million ng ganong karami. Most probably sa 2 to 10 million na audience size mo, baka 2 or 3 or 5 lang diyan ang bibili sa'yo ng speedboat. So most likely kung yung specific avatar na tina-target mo ay high ticket product, mataas din ang CPM nun. Okay? So that's one of the factor kung bakit mataas ang CPM. Not because na-outbid ka ng competitor mo, but because your target audience is a bit parang out of the ordinary na product na binebenta mo. Okay? Hindi rin po ba higher CPM because hindi maganda yung ad copy? Yes. One of the reasons din kung bakit mataas ang CPM mo kasi hindi compelling yung ads na pinapakita mo doon sa target audience mo. So, yes. Okay? What's the average CPM or magandang CPM? Sir Christian, ang average CPM na nakikita ko dito sa Pilipinas is between 250 pesos to 350 pesos average across all industries. But for some reason, if yung competitive yung market mo or yung target audience mo, may nakikita akong CPM na between 500 to 700 pesos na CPM. Minsan umabot pa ng 1,000 kapag competitive yung market na tina-target mo. Especially kung nagbebenta ka ng speedboat. So, mataas ang CPM nun automatically. Okay? Ano po best use to use, leads or sales? Promax, ano po ang business ninyo? You have to understand your business model. Kapag ang business model mo ay mataas ang price points, high ticket product ka, kailangan mo ng leads. Kapag yung low ticket product ka, 500 peso product, 700 peso product, 1,000 peso product, pwede ka na mag-optimize ng sales. Okay? Si Ben, Coach, anong basis ng rating so we could ensure that na quality yung ads namin? Nandoon po. Ibig sabihin po, tatlo lang. Yung above average, yung below average, average, saka above average. Kailangan dapat average ka man lang or above average. Kapag puro below average yung nakikita mo doon, ibig sabihin doon, your ad is garbage. Okay? You're probably attracting people who is also garbage. Okay? So, ganun lang po yun, Sir Ben. Sir Christian, true, we running an ad. This one part lang ng marketing. Kung pangit yung creative, wala rin. Yes. Okay, it's all about the creatives. Kaya sabi ko, lagi kong sinasabi, focus 90% of your time in creating the best offer. Focus 90% of your time sa ads ninyo, creating a compelling copy, and talagang mag-stand out po yung ads ninyo sa newsfeed kasi kung hindi mag-stand out yan, ipipenalize kayo ni Facebook. Yung competitor niyo ang mas i-highlight sa newsfeed ng target audience niyo. Kasi ni-level ni Facebook yung playing field, which is regardless kung mataas yung budget mo or kaya mo magbomba ng 1 million sa ads, tapos ako kaya ko lang is 10,000 pesos, kaya kitang i-compete kahit 10,000 lang yung budget ko kapag ginandahan ko yung ad ko, kahit na mas mayaman ka pa sa akin, kung yung ads ko ay mas nagre-resonate doon sa target audience ko, yung ad ko ang ipapakita ni Facebook compared sa'yo. Make sense? Ganun po yung nag-work. When you say ads, sir, do you mean the creatives? Yes. Sir Don. Si Ms. Shemer Salibay, Coach, ano po unang gagawin after may access na sa account ni client na e-com? Baka may strategy po kayo na ma-share for international e-com, Coach. Kapag na-access mo na yung ad account ni client, magkaroon ka ng initial audit, no? Yung sa initial audit mo, tingnan mo yung total ad spend. I believe nasagot ko na 'to para sa GC, nagtanong ka na sa Telegram natin. So, tingnan mo yung total ad spend ni client, ilan yung nag-inquire or ilan yung conversions na na-generate nung specific month. Halimbawa, month of July, July 1 to July 31, ilan yung total ad spend niya? Ilan yung conversions? Ibig sabihin, ilan yung bumili? Magkano yung average order value ng conversions na yon? Now, you multiply or you divide the revenue generated for the month of July. Let's say, for example, it generated for about 500,000 pesos or whatever, 500,000 US dollar, divide it by total ad spend. Magkano ba yung total ad spend? Let's say 150,000. Okay, 500,000 total revenue or total sales divided by 150,000 na total ad spend. That's a return on ad spend of 3.33 ROAS or return on ad spend. So yun ang titingnan mo muna. Okay, yun yung initial na audit mo kapag nakakuha ka ng e-com client. Make sense, Ma'am Shemer? Shemer. I hope I pronounce it correctly. So, Sir Christian, no matter how good and knowledgeable sa ads, pero di naman maganda yung Exactly, Sir Christian, natumbok mo. Yung iba kasi, eto guys, yung yung anong tawag dito, yung realidad ng buhay. Mali yata yung setup ng ads ko, mali yata yung na-click ko na button, mali yata yung ano kaya magandang interest targeting? Ano kaya? Guys, kahit walang interest targeting yung ads mo, kung maganda yung pagkaka-curate mo ng ads at specifically merong kang target market or target avatar na sineserve yung ads mo, ipapakita ni Facebook yan sa target market mo. That's the reason why yung ituturo ko sa inyong campaign setup, that's only 10% of the success that you will get from Facebook advertising. 90% of 90% of that should be invested sa ad creatives po ninyo, sa offer po ninyo, and sa landing page po ninyo if you are running a website conversion campaign. So, natumbok po ni Sir Christian. So, ganun po siya nag-work. Kahit na gaano ka pa kagaling mag-setup ng campaign, kung yung ads mo is basura, you will attract basurang leads or basurang inquiries. Sa location po, ilang miles po dapat ilagay? Depende po, Promax. Kung ikaw ay, nasagot ko na to kanina, kung ikaw ay resto owner and if you want to target 25 miles, depende po yun sa business model po ninyo. But if you are a business, if you are an e-commerce business, you can serve it everywhere in the Philippines, then by all means, target buong Pilipinas. Okay, Sir Joey Pascual, anong campaign po ba best for selling beauty products? Sir Joey Pascual is sales na sagot ko na to. Anong strategy? Gamitin mo yung 100 pesos Facebook ad strategy ko. Isi-send ko dito sa ang tawag dito sa chat box. Ito po yung link. You guys can download the framework here. Libre naman yan. Okay? But if you want to learn it live, meron kaming next bi-monthly coaching calls by next week, Wednesday. So, it's up to you if you want to learn it live. So, next. Sino pa dito? Nasaan na siya? Si Janet. Coach, when you are talking about basura ads, are you referring to the creatives po ba? Yes, Miss Janet. Okay? So, meaning you are attracting basurang inquiries because your ads are also basura. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. Hindi ako ang wag niyo ako sisihin. Kung yun ang sinasabi ko, that's Facebook. So, I mean, that's straightforward na tayo, diretsuhan na. Okay, so ganun po siya nag-work. Ibig sabihin ba, coach, was effective din sa ads campaign ang role ng specific, specific is terrific? I'm not sure if I read it right. Or traffic? Sir Ben, hindi ko magets. What is the ideal campaign for auto sales, Sir Julius? Lead generation. Selling po ako ng Mitsubishi car. Ano po best targeting for cars? You can test, Ma'am Jane, Miranda. You can test multiple targeting. Kung nasa Mitsubishi ka ba, di ba? So Mitsubishi model, test mo yon. You can also test competitor ad. Halimbawa, Mitsubishi yung binibenta mo, ba Toyota yung so you can test both. Test and verify. Never assume that one interest is better than the other or one campaign is better than the other. You have to test and verify. Miss Jane, okay? Yung data sa personal ad account, makukuha rin ba sa FP ng bagong business account? Hindi po. Sir Dawit, magkaiba po yun. Sir, how about sa dental services? Lead generation, epic fail. Promax, ano po magandang ilagay sa interest if you are in the real estate industry? Real estate, no? Depende sa target avatar mo. Okay, hindi ibig sabihin na nasa real estate ka, lahat ng real estate, ito kasi pinagsasama-sama nila eh. Kung ano lang yung maisip nila na interest targeting. Si doktor, may pera, si engineer may pera, si business owner may pera, pagsasama-samahin doon sa isang ad set. Kung sino yung naisip na may pera, pagsasama-samahin. Ngayon, ligaw ngayon sa Facebook kung kanino niya ipapakita yung ads. Okay, mag-isip ka ng isang avatar, sino yung kakausapin ng ads mo, tapos i-tailored fit mo doon yung ad copy mo kung sino yung target audience mo. So that, kumbaga, laser targeted yung audience mo. Hindi yung sabog. Kung ano lang yung naisip mong targeting, halimbawa, OFW, si doktor, si engineer, si architect, yung kapitbahay mong mayaman, pinagsama-sama mo sa isang ad set, hindi na ngayon alam ni Facebook kung sino yung tatargetin niya doon sa mga pinagsasama-sama niyang interest targeting. Okay? Unang tanong mo sa sarili mo dapat, Promax, sino yung bebentahan ng ads mo? Imaginein mo kung nagbebenta ka ng duplex or nagbebenta ka ng bungalow, tapos bebentahan mo yung earning 50,000 pesos lang per month. I mean, paano ka bebenta doon? But let's say for example, a person who is earning about, let's say, 70,000 per month, and you want your ad to be anong tawag dito? Binibenta mo, yung nasa ads mo is townhouses, which is pasok naman, most likely 70 to 100,000 yung average income niya. Combined income ng spouse niya, aabot naman sila ng 150,000. Tapos ang binibenta mo is townhouse, so most likely pasok naman siya doon. Magfi-fit yung ang tawag doon, product market fit. Okay, pag hindi fit yung product mo doon sa target audience mo, most likely wala kang benta. If you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. Okay? So ganun lang po siya kasimple. If may budget po ako na 1,500, mas okay po ba ng 500 per day para ma-exit agad sa learning phase? I'd rather use it 100 pesos per day, Sir Vladimir. Okay, para yung 1,500 mo, 15 days yun magra-run. Okay? Kasi sa 15 days, 1,500 divided by 100, that's 15 days. Paano po ba mag-duplicate kami ng ads if 100 budget, magiging 200 po ba yun? Yes. Campaign for travel agency lead generation. Hello, can you check my current business suite and make a decision out of it? Quick audit. I'm not sure if I can do that right now, but I'll try to answer more questions and then I'll get back to you. How about for staycation, Airbnb business, lead generation? Saan po makikita yung business manager yung nakikita above average and above average? Nasa ad level, Sir Ivan. Sa ad level. Sa ngayon, wala ka pa makikita dyan kasi wala ka pang nirara na ads. Sir, what do you recommend for businesses like spa and nail salon, lead generation? Coach, best campaigns for ads for resort, lead generation. Real estate, for event rentals, ano pa magandang campaign? Lead generation. Pag ba naglagay ng 10K budget for 1 month, wala na chance mapababa yung sa next ad? I'm not sure about that question. Naglagay ng 10K budget for testing lang yon. Testing. Wala na chance mapababa yun sa next ad. May chance if you improve your ad creatives. Yun, bababa yun, yung cost. Anong campaign for real estate? Lead generation. How to target class A and B for dental services. You have to think again, parang ganito yung sinabi ko kanina. You have to think of a specific avatar. Sino yung A and B na yon? Ano yung interest nila? Ano yung demographics nila? Ano yung likes nila? Ano yung mga pinapanood nila online? Okay, A and B nga sila. Yes, A and B, pero think of something na madalas nilang nag-i-engage. A and B ba sila na madalas manood ng golf videos? A and B ba sila na madalas manood ng travel vlogs? A and B ba sila na gustong manood ng mga mukbang videos or food videos? So you have to think of an avatar, sino tong A and B na to? Saan magpi-fit yung product ko sa A and B na to? And then that will answer your question, AP. Okay? Pag software app po, para kanino mischa yung software app? Sino yung target avatar? Sino yung target audience? Okay? Dapat masagot mo muna yon. Hindi lang yung software app. Sino yung sineserve mo na sa software app? Di ba? Software as a service, accounting ba yan? Then accountants. Yun ang hanapin mo. Software as a service, dental services ba yan? Then dentistry ang tatargetin mo. Ganun lang yung kasimple. For hotel operations, lead generation. Car dealership, lead generation. Would you recommend na tapusin muna yung module before we run ads or pwede na kami mag-explore? Pwede na kayo mag-explore, Sir Ben. With full board meals, what's that? I'm not sure, Miss Badet, kung ano yung context ng context ng tanong po ninyo. Sa car selling po, lead generation. Agent selling high-ticket products sa mga forklifts for 2 years, lead generation. Nasagot na to. Ba't bumalik ulit? Flower shop, lead generation, pwede, or sales, Lucas. Ano po mangyayari pag binabaan mo yung population po less than 1 million with 500 pesos per day? Ganito lang kasi yan, Promax, no? Kapag ang estimated audience size mo ay mababa, 1 million, tapos for some reason naging pumutok, ibig sabihin nagkaroon ng resulta, maganda yung resulta ng ads mo, tapos 1 million lang yung audience size mo. Ngayon, nag-increase ka na, habang nag-i-scale ka ng budget, nag-i-increase ka ng budget, kanino mo isi-serve yung budget mo? Na-reach mo na yung 1 million na audience size. Saan pa siya mag-i-expand? Wala na siyang lalabasan. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya makakapag-expand kasi yung audience size mo is very limited or sobrang liit. Whereas, kung meron kang 2 to 10 million na audience size, pag nag-scale ka ng budget, at least, meron pang wiggle room for your budget to expand. Ganun lang po siya. Okay. Best campaign for watches, bags, lucky, item setup. Kapag ito ay, anong tawag dito? Luxury watches or luxury bags, I think you can test lead generation kasi it would take some time before they make a purchase. But for these watches or bags na medyo hindi naman ganun kamahalan, you can also try sales campaign, Sir Anthony. Pero kung ito ay luxury watches, luxury bag, you have to collect their information and then be able to negotiate via offline conversion. Ibig sabihin, from Facebook na online, na-capture mo yung information nila and then you close the sale offline. Make sense? What campaign for home automation, lead generation? Ano po gagawin pag mga basura pumapasok sa audience? Stop mo yung ad. Miss Jane, maganda din po ba result yung ad creative is from use existing post or better po na mag-create? Okay naman, Miss Jane. Even if you use regular post used as an ad or yung dark post, okay lang kahit alin doon. Okay, walang problema doon. The benefit of existing post used as an ad, sorry, is madali mo siyang puntahan sa page at makikita mo agad kung sino yung mga nag-comments doon. Kung sino nag-comment doon without opening your ads manager. Okay, mare-reply mo yung mga comments doon. Okay, yun yung advantage lang nung existing post. Kapapasok ko lang po, mapoprovide ba yung recording nito? Yes, nasa dashboard po ninyo, Care Tabarina. Message mo ako sa Telegram if you don't know how to access your dashboard. Okay? Pag ba naglagay ng 10K, nasagot ko na to. Okay, madami na, 38 messages na din dito. Again, ganito lang yan guys. Kapag mahaba ang customer journey, meaning yung tipong pag-iisipan ko pa bago ko bilhin. Halimbawa, car sales agent ka. Yung tipong kailangan pa ni Mrs. ng approval bago tayo maglabas ng kotse. Kailangan mo ng leads. Okay? Ibig sabihin, bago ko maglabas ng milyones or ng libo-libong pera para mag-invest sa'yo, wag kang mag-expect na magkakaroon ka ng sales agad-agad. Okay? Because it may take some time before they make a purchase. That's why you need informations like tawag dito ng email and contact number. Ganun lang siya kasimple. But if this product is, let's say, hindi naman siya ganun kalaki, yung price, then you can optimize for sales. Okay? So, sino nga to? Si Chime. Sige, pagbigyan natin. Chime Bell, o sa Bell ba? Sige, you can share your screen and let's see kung ano yung gusto nyong ipakitang Meta Business Suite. Ayan, bigyan mo ako ng remote control access. Okay, ano po yung gusto nyong dito? Itanong ka. You can unmute yourself. Sige po, unmute niyo po yung sarili niyo.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just want to check, like, number one, sir, how come I'm not seeing any data here dito sa baba, like from here up until sa end part? Why am I only seeing this? Is it because completed na yung ibang items and I only have one active campaign?
Okay. Huwag mo muna gagalawin. Ako muna gagalaw. Most probably nito, nag-run itong nasa baba ng campaign previous month. So let's check the previous month. Last month. Ayun o. Okay? Kaya makikita mo dito yung last month na data tsaka mo lang siya makikita. Pag pumunta ka ng mag-back read ka or back data ka, June, tsaka lang siya lalabas. Okay, let's say month of May, tingnan natin. Tsaka lang siya lalabas dito. Kung anong month mo siya ni-launch at kung anong month mo siya in-stop. Halimbawa, May 1 to 31 mo ni-launch, run yung ads. Pagdating ng May 31, pinatay mo, by June, wala ka ng data talaga na makikita.
Okay. Noted.
Alright.
Tapos, sir, if for the purpose of discussion, can we check on my recent campaign or ads? And what are your thoughts around the data that you see? I see there na earlier when you mentioned about yung average or above average chinek ko siya agad and I see na it's actually above average or average.
Okay. First of all, what's the business model?
It's a restaurant, sir.
It's a restaurant. Okay. Now, as far as I can see it's you're generating 81 messages already, and Facebook is costing you about 39 or sabihin natin 40 pesos per message.
Mm,
Okay? Now, the thing is, tatlo yung sinabi kong metrics. Can you
right.
remember?
The lead was it the message, the cost per result? Is it
Yes, cost per message. Okay.
cost
That
per
one.
message? The amount?
No, the cost per message, quality of message, and the number of messages.
Okay, and the number
Okay,
of
tatlo yan. So, ngayon, yung sa tatlo na yon, let's go back for the month of, kasi di pa tapos yung August, di ba? Last
Yeah.
month muna tayo, last month data. So, you're able to capture for about messaging conversation, I'm not sure Instagram profile visits, but that's 168 plus 144, di ba? 168 plus 144 messages, total messages, that's 312 messages. Okay?
That's
Ang
right.
total ad spend mo is 14,068. 14,068 divided by 312 messages. Ang average cost per message mo is about 45.08. Yun yung average cost per message mo. Now, you have to ask yourself, out of 312 messages na pumasok, are these quality messages? Quality ba
Yeah.
sila? Then if
Um,
the answer is yes, then you are doing a good job. Ibig sabihin, you can scale it further. Now, before you scale it further, you have to ask yourself, out of those 312 na nag-message sa'yo, ilan doon ang naging customers ninyo? Ibig sabihin, let's say, hypothetically speaking, out of 312 na nag-message, there are 12 of those na nag-convert as a paying customer. Okay? 312. So para for easy calculation. So 12 ang nag-convert, then you have to ask yourself, how much is the revenue generated per customer? So let's assume yung 12 na customers na yon give you about, let's say, 1,500 per customer peso value or revenue. That will give you 18,000 total revenue. Okay? Now, when you check the total ad spend, how much is it last month? 14,000.
14,000.
Okay. So 18,000 divided by 14,068, that's 1.27 return on ad spend. Ibig sabihin, most likely, nag-break even ka lang doon sa in-spend mo na ads. Now, ano ang magiging next step mo doon? Dahil nakita mo na may data ka na, 14,000, you spent 14,000 pesos, you were able to generate 312 messages. Out of 312 messages, you were able to convert 12 of them. What's the average order value? Ang next point mo na is, how can you increase the average order value of that 12 customers na na-generate mo? The next thing that would be anong tawag dito? Next step na gagawin mo is to sell them more. Yung 12 na customers na yon. Sir, ma'am, what's your experience when you visited us? Okay? And then magbibigay sila ng feedback. Yes, I like your steak. Ma'am, would you like to try our pesto? It's on it's 30% off this weekend. Then the probability of going back doon sa resto ninyo, yung person na na-acquire mo, the likelihood of that is high because they've been there in your place, and then if you offer them more, the average order value of that customer will go up definitely because you were able to persuade to them to come back to your place. Make sense?
It makes sense, sir. Yes. Thank you
Alright.
for Thank you for that.
Alright, so hopefully marami kayong takeaway for tonight. Ang dami ng messages sa baba. I'm sorry, hindi ko na sila ma-accommodate lahat. And thank you so much for joining our day 2. Again, wala tayong Friday. Yung lesson 4 and 5 natin, we will discuss that on Thursday. Okay, so probably mag-extend ako ng 2 hours in order to accommodate the lesson. Kasi meron akong event na pupuntahan on Friday. Okay? So maraming salamat for joining this session, and the recording will be uploaded doon sa inyong dashboard. Thank you guys so much for attending the day 2 ng ating 5-day Facebook Ads Challenge. I hope marami kayong takeaway. Thank you. Bye-bye.